Hello traders. Normally every trade day I have a recap video of a small cap trade that I've taken using my small cap market open trading plan. This morning I got to the trading desk a little bit late, about 10 minutes to be exact, and I did record a video. I'm going to show you what I saw this morning and show you that there was a trade that I would have taken, and when that happens I know better than to look for the quote-unquote next opportunity. I believe that if 2R trade already happened under my conditions of my trading plan and I missed it, that the best thing to do is to just stop trading for the day, because generally you're going to be frustrated that, oh wow, look, there was a trade that I would have taken. I know I would have taken that trade and it would have worked out and I missed it. What do you think is going to happen? You're probably going to try to revenge trade, or just feel bad that you missed that opportunity and look for something else and put yourself into a high risk situation. So let's take a look at the screener first. This is obviously much later in the day. Lately I've been kind of pulled away from trading. I have a lot of other things going on. I'm not going to get into the details of that, but it's all good stuff. This is my small cap screener. Always click those three dots and click modify. And I'll show you how I use my screener in the morning. This is in the afternoon now. The market is already closed, but I organize the list by volume. I use these criteria in my small cap screener. I'm looking for stocks that are going up in price, so they must be green. They must have 500,000 shares or more right at the open. And AEHR was the one that got recorded on the video. It was the #1 stock this morning at the open when I was watching. So let's take a look at the video right now and I'll show you what I saw. So as soon as I press play here, you can see this is the very beginning of the video. There's two ways you could tell I started recording late. First of all, the timestamp, it shows 9:40 a.m. In 25 seconds. And as soon as I click play and the little timestamp goes away, actually you can already see it now down here in the lower right hand corner. It's showing 9:40 a.m. So that was me getting started late, and you can see I pulled up AEHR right away. Why? Because it popped up on my screener, not because it was a good mover yesterday or anything like that. I did get a 2R trade out of it yesterday. I have a video of that. It also went to 3R, and that was also interesting. So here I'm marking out, I screwed it up, but I adjusted it eventually. This was the previous session high right here. So obviously it broke out above that level right at the open, establishes the first high of day. That's what this line represents, excuse me. And now it's pulling back. So it actually, it pulled back and then it made a new high. So that is the second high of day right there. That always, I just color that line white so I know, okay, that is my ultimate criteria to look for an entry. So what would have happened in this situation if I was trading this in real time? Obviously I missed the open. Then I would have bought the first 1 minute candle to make a new high after it pulled back from that white line. So that's the second high of day. So the first candle that makes a new high is right here. And there's a 99.9% chance that I would have gotten in right there. The only exception would be possibly if I was distracted or something and this thing just popped up for a second and then flushed back down. I'd have to wait for the price to get back up to that level. But let's just say that I did take that entry. What would have happened is I would have been stopped out on that trade, because the stop loss would have been the low or just below the low of the previous candle here, and it would have been stopped out on this candle. So we would have been down -1R at that point. But my plan says that whenever that happens, that I have to take the next entry, and that's whenever a 1 minute candle makes a new high, and that happens right here. The only exception to that is that if the bottom of the ABCD pattern gets broken, and the only way to define it in this case would be the low of this candle or the low of the last pre-market candle. So in either case, it wasn't broken. It got very close on this candle, but it wasn't broken. So I would have been forced by my plan to take the next entry. So this would have been the second trade. This is what I'm marking out now. And this is the routine I would go through if, generally my suggestion is if you miss the market open and your whole strategy is around trading the market open, then you shouldn't trade that day, especially if you're a newer trader, because you're going to probably see some opportunity that you missed like this and then get mad about, missing it and just look for anything and just start taking random trades. And generally that just leads to a big red day. And either way, it's just not a good thing because you've started off on the wrong foot by starting off late. So it's better just to sit out if you missed the open, if you missed your normal daily routine getting ready for trading. So here what I'm doing is just marking out the entry that I would have taken seeing if it already went to 2R without me. If it did, then I absolutely must not trade for the rest of the day. So let's take a look here. I marked out my entry and my stop loss, and I'm opening up my 2R calculator. So now I put in the numbers. This is my ideal position. Even if I would have gotten 4 or 5 cent slippage, this thing still would have hit 2R. You could see my 2R profit target from my ideal entry was 18.11. So if that was hit, that means that I have to stop trading because I missed a nice 2R trade that met my plan criteria perfectly. So that's on me when that happens. So here I'm just marking out where that profit target was. So there's 18.11, and AEHR ended up making a lot more runs later on in the day. If you open up the chart, you can see that. But if you've been doing this for a long time, you know that that's the exception to the rule, that oftentimes these stocks that give, especially the small caps that give 2R trades near the market open, they'll often peak before 10 a.m. and then flush down for the rest of the day. So it's not a good excuse because you see AEHR do it, that you do this every day and you take more trades if you missed an entry. So that's just not a good thing. And let me show you too on my account. I just want to show you that I'm not lying, that I didn't take a trade later because I felt FOMO or something like that. Let's go to my account page and show you for the day. Today is October 8th. So here's October 8th, and you can see there's no trades at all were made. I can also show you my filled orders. So make sure this is scrolled all the way to the top. So we're looking at my filled orders, and you can see my last order was filled yesterday. So I did not take any trades today. I just, recorded this trade on video. That was all. So there's where my 2R profit target would have been, and obviously it got hit, and I believe a 3R target got hit eventually too, probably on that same trade. So it would have been a good trade. I would have ended the day plus 1R, not plus 2R, because I would have lost the first trade. So it's not like it was a one and done day or something like that where it was an easy 2R trade, but still, yeah, it's slightly frustrating, but I don't really get bothered by this stuff at all anymore. If something pulls me away from trading that I have to attend to and I can't start trading when I want to, then hey, so be it. It happens. Your trading career, if you're trying to be a day trader, is never ever going to be made in one day or one single trade. So don't let this kind of thing bother you. It's going to happen many times in your career, and your career is not made on one trade or one single day. So just stick to the plan, and my plan says if I miss a 2R trade, to stop trading for the rest of the day. So that's it. Hopefully this was helpful to you. If it was, hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, hit subscribe. If you have any questions about this would-be trade or my trading plan, anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. My trading calculator, spreadsheet, other trading plans are available at patreon.com/tradingarmor. This one will be up there eventually once I deem it profitable or not, or at least safe to trade with. So anyway, I'll see you in the next video. As always, go into every single trade with a plan and stick to that plan no matter what. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit target, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.